Hello, welcome to my channel. So today, I thought I'm gonna practice some of my cards. I'm gonna practice, um, just do some off the wall questions and see what happens. Then I had this idea to do something, and I thought, well, shoot, might as well film it because what if some answers come out that that are great, it makes sense and this and that of the way and what I'm going to do, and it's not going to be recorded, and I can't really um, I don't know, reconstruct it and film it. So I thought, what the heck, I'm just going to play around with my cards and film it as well. So this is my idea of what I'm going to do. I just randomly grabbed 5 Oracle decks. I have Moonology, I have Animal Apothecary deck. So they're all Oracle cards. Divine Masters, and the Spirit Animals Oracle, and Energy Oracle. And what I'm going to do with them, I did shuffle them and put the intention and put the energy in them and told the cards what I'm going to do already. So I won't have to be shuffling all these decks over and over and over again. I'm just going to ruffle them up a little bit and pull. In this lid here of my mermaid deck, I have 35 pieces of paper, and I wrote a bunch of words on them. I have like act, I have sand, could, I have the word it, I have the word a lot, if, plants, flowers, trees. So what I was thinking of doing, like I said, I was just wanting to practice with my cards. So I've written down 1, 2, 3, 5 questions. 5 questions. And one of these questions is a two-parter, so it's really only 4 questions, but it's 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one card from each one of these. I'm going to make a sentence. What I'm trying to do is make a sentence to an answer with using the cards and then these 35 different types of words that I wrote on here. So it's more or less just like a game. So who knows what's going to come of it, right? Like I said, off camera, I put the intention into the cards and I shuffled them so they all know. And I told them I told them each question that I'm going to ask, so they are prepared. They are prepared for this. You may be saying, well, that's silly, why? You have to, when you do readings, with your cards, they have to absorb your energy, and you have to absorb their energy. So, you treat them as a friend, you treat them as a friend, and, you don't make fun, you don't make fun of them. And this isn't really making fun. This is just a little exercise that I'm doing to connect more, we'll say, with the cards. That's how I'm seeing it, so there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. One more deck. One more deck. And we'll get into this. The first question I have is to ask let me put these down first. Alright, no particular order, I'm going to pull the cards. But the first question is, why are the bees being so aggressive? Why are the bees being so aggressive? There's a lot of people saying that the bees are being very aggressive this year. And of course, we all know that the little honeybees are disappearing. I mean, that is something that's been talked about for years, but this year it's worse. And not only that, but they're also getting very aggressive. There are people that say that they are walking in their gardens or whatever, not messing, not touching not bothering the bees. Your garden, you're trying to grow tomatoes and vegetables and flowers and whatnot. And the bees actually You know, they go around and they'll bang into you. They'll bang into you. Um, you know, without you even provoking them or bothering them. You know, um, or some people are saying that they're in the flowers and the bees are falling out of the flowers and kind of crawling around, acting like they're drunk. And there's all kinds of stories about the bees and this aggressive behavior. It's just not the honeybees. I mean, it's the bumblebees, you know, the hornets, you know, all the bees. You know, we do have the killer bees, which are very aggressive bees, but and so on and so forth. So that's why I am going to ask this question about the bees. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip over a card, read the word on it. I'm not going to be reading into the card. I'm just going to use, that's why I chose the oracle cards, because all oracle cards have a word, you know, have a word on them or a little phrase on them. I'm going to be using that phrase along with one of my words in here. Okay? So again, the first question is, why are the bees being so aggressive? Can you tell us why the bees are being so aggressive? Said thought vibrations. Thought vibrations. Signature signals. Thought vibrations. Thought vibrations. I said I wasn't going to read into this, but that's really an interesting answer already right there. Sing. It says sing. I have the word sing. Thought vibrations sing. Thought vibrations sing. Action leads to success. Thought vibrations sing. Action leads to success. A lot. Next word I have is a lot. Next card. Trust the process. The divine director. Trust the process. The divine director. Divine director. Why are the bees being so aggressive? um. Okay. Like a moon card. Love. It's the day moon. Love. It's a bunch of flowers with butterflies on it. The day moon. The day moon. It's interesting as well. At. The day moon at. Day moon love at. Set healthy boundaries. The armadillo spirit. The day moon love at healthy boundaries. So, why are the bees being so aggressive? Thought vibrations. Sing. Alright? I said I wasn't going to do a reading on this, but let's just do it. Let's just do what I'm getting at here. What my take is on this. Look at this picture. It's a skull. You know, it's almost like a crystal skull, actually, isn't it? The mind, the thoughts, the vibrational thoughts. You know, the bees. Vibrations bother bees, and they get aggressive and they attack with the vibrations. And this is saying thought vibrations, and they sing. Sing. Signature signals. Singing. Look at this. Look at this. There's a, I'm going to say a telescope, but that's not a telescope. Oh, what is that? A satellite. A satellite. Messing with the vibrations of the earth. The noise. So the sound, signature signals, and singing. So what does sing mean to a bee? Let's just think of it that way, you know. High-pitched, high-pitched noises. They don't like high-pitched noises. That's the humming of 5G and all that, right? That's very interesting. Thought vibrations sing. Action. Then this card is action leads to success. A lot. Why would that be successful? Or is that just saying that all this 5G, all these vibrations going out into space and messing with the weather and whatnot, all the magnetic fields, is leading to success a lot for these bees to be aggressive? That makes sense. Trust the process then. We have trust the process. It says, create space for divine order to unfold. Create space for divine order to unfold. Trust this process. Which could mean but, right? But, trust this process. Trust the process of all this. Look at this. Look at this card. Look at the sides of this. Doesn't it look like, it looks like energy, doesn't it? With the prisms, like prisms of light. Ultraviolet light. You know, bees, why do I keep saying V's? I wonder what that means. Bees can see ultraviolet light that we humans can't see in some of their flowers. So perhaps they're seeing the energetic waves possibly of all the 5G and the Wi-Fi going around. You know, it's not only messing with the bees, it's messing with the birds. It's actually messing with our planes, our airplanes. There's been a lot of planes that just, you know, they're just dropping out of the sky. They're just dropping out of the sky. Right? It's all to do with, it's really not the weather. It's all this magnetic fields going around in the air. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. Look at that. I just can't get over this. It's prisms of, you know, it's like ultraviolet light. That's something. That's very interesting. The day moon is love. The day moon is love. The day moon means love. Bees aren't very, you know, again, this might have something to do with the sun as well. This might have something, even though this is the moon, it might have something to do with the sun because it's saying day love. Day moon is love. You know, the bees are very busy when it's very, very hot out and they get agitated because they have to keep their hives at a certain temperature to get the process of the honey made, you know, so they can survive, right? They have to flap their little wings, you know, and keep that queen cool so she doesn't overheat herself and keep the honey going. And it's very interesting. The day moon, all right, we have the day moon and the word at armadillo spirit. set healthy boundaries. So why are the bees being so aggressive? I think it's all the vibrations going on the earth, right? It's all these vibrational energetic fields that are getting messed up with the like being like magnets, being magnetic, the EMF. The weather's been too hot for them. Alright, so that's what I got for the bees. Well, I'm glad I recorded this because I really like doing this. I like this. This was kind of, this was interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and make another video for my next question, which is the two-parter is, why is the world seem so messed up in weather patterns? And then the second part to that question is, how can we as humans fix it? I believe my batteries are running low. That's why I said I'm going to make another video. So I hope you stuck around and enjoyed this. Yeah, thank you. Bye.